all he needs to, all he wants to say, really. Okay. Keep that active then, I suppose.
Hey.
To keep that active, I suppose.
Aye?
4 charges of that, 2 charges of that. Alright, we'll save it there then. We will go onward to where over in Turnbull. Good dear for that one. Mother's Play. Go to the compass. Black Meadow. We speak to that guy. Late for dinner. Cadno House. Southeast of Gildersleeve, past the Black Meadow. Yeah, I'm gonna go there first. South then. South. Maybe I want to go the other way. Alright. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so there and then up. Durance Fork. 4 hours. Huh? Up.
Let's go. Let's go. Catch it. Yes.
Ask it. Oh, that was that gift, right? The Watcher unravels the fatal essence of his or enemies, gaining burn damage.
Hey.
The super duper ability. How do I fire this thing into this guy? What was happening there? I was like, I'm pretty sure I was getting super duper ability, but oh. Okay.
Laying low.
Nowhere but back there. Hey, people. Something. Fine, great. So. Reflection wraps and twists in the live gleaming Adra. Adra. Ogra. Outtro. Pop. Or new, I guess. Yeah. Wait until you.
Hey, almost. Huh. Let's go. Huh. Let's go. Huh. Let's go. Huh.
Did ballet. I think that gets my focus as well. We don't want that to happen.
Let's go.
Keep forgetting I can speed it up. Forget about that. Roll skin. Just roll skin. Healing bonus. That's pretty good for you.
Sure.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll see what I can find. Okay. Rapier and that. Two-handed sword. Go. Anglo's compass. So we'll have to go there anyway, but like I say, we want to go Cag Noir just now. Four. Wild boar.
Hey.
Okay, so I think we'll do the super duper.
Yeah.
Come here. I shall deal
deal with this one.
I should deal with this one. Let's get the second one. Aye. You there? Back. One.
Watch it with that. Yeah. Yeah. Attack.
The strongest by far. Definitely Adair's the one you want to be holding all that stuff. Lamb's horn. Hello there. Begging your pardon, but you gave me a good fright. I thought I heard something rustling through the bush. Suppose that was just you, silly old me. Maybe. Don't suppose you happen to need some supplies? I thought I'd make my way over to Madeir Bridge, but I'm starting to think I'd be better off heading back to town and getting a few more folk together. Yeah, better safe than sorry, right? Say, did you hear something? Oh, I will.
Yes. Right. Hi.
You're attacking them. No? You want to be attacking them, pal?
Let's have it out. Let's go.
Douche. Douche. Well. Like every star in the sky, thank you. I've never seen those beasts so bold before. Strange times we're in here. Take this. I'm heading back to Gilded Fail for certain, and you can make better use of them. Endurance, nice.
Yeah. Laying low.
Laying low. Started. Good deal with you.
Hey.
That's not good. That's not good at all. By that. You're going to get attacked. Dead. Over there and hit that. Come away.
How may I help? Attack! That's it!
Hit. Nope.
Yeah. Let's go.
They're quite nasty though. Yeah, I'm not. I see my characters though, which is quite annoying, but oh well. Right.
Keeping quiet.
Fire, right? Have to have to actually rest up before we even get to Cade Noir. Follow this. Fuck.
Hey. Yes?
Yes. Frozen.
Let's have it out!
Paradise.
Hey. This thing isn't doing the job.
So he must have.
Sure. I'll see what I can find.
What I can find. That way, I guess.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Okay, where are you going? Black Meadow. Right, so I might have to. Yes. I might have to rest at some point. Porridge. I could rest now and I can have that back. Yeah. Damage reduction, heal multiplier. So that's only against only potions, right? Cozy little fire. Don't mind if I do. Get that back. Something here.
Nice and quiet.
On walking. Durance.
Saw you in the flames.
Saw you in the flames. So that's my priest, the guy. Squatting at the base of the statue is an incredibly ugly man with bulging red cheeks, right by pox scars, and a scraggly beard. Look at him, he looks like a psychopath. He is sweating as he has a fever, but his breathing is measured and steady, like a slow push of a blacksmith's bellows, but that comparison feels strange and unwelcome. The next comparison, possibly sparked by his grin, is that of a bear trap. And then, out of nowhere, there is a hint of alchemical fire that fades almost as soon as you identify the smell.
Come to pray at the statue.
Why is it on fire? The question mark is barely there. As the man makes his statement, the statue takes on a reddish cast, as if one is holding a torch to it, then slowly blossoms into waving flames. The man doesn't turn, and the statue blossoms into fire.
The others are welcome, but it's best if just you and I trade words, and your shadows stay quiet. Hands off their weapons, both arcane and steel.
Arcade and steel.
It's only you I want to trade words with anyway.
Yeah.
I swear before the whore that is Margaret, no harm will come to you in her shadow, if that's enough of a promise for you.
Staff.
If not...
A staff rests easily in his hand. It wasn't there a moment ago. Well. Strange choice of company. Seems cold. Comfort. Study the man. The sudden wearing flames of the statue of Magran cast more light on his features. The man's robes are dirty, stained with grease and other marks of the road. The hems of his robes, including the sleeves, are burned at the edges as he walked a great distance across a fire, then reached into the flames with his hands to pull something out. Examine the statue. The weaving firelight from the statue gives off no heat. So much so, you wonder if it's a trick of the mind. The ugly man before you doesn't seem to notice or feel it, although the sheen of his brow is still present, as if he's burning up from within. Focus on the staff. The staff looks thick, stout, a blackened ash once burned by a terrible fire. Beneath the ash, the lines in the wood bear shapes and patterns, and there is certainly the staff was once something far more dangerous, but not now. I didn't catch your name. Strange choice of company. Stone seems cold comfort. The man smiles slightly at your words, then nods. Never keep taking his eyes off you. I could do better. Though the road holds little else, his eyes run the length of your frame, and he follows it with a sneer. Until now. So is he getting friendly with me, folks?
The world holds many whores we worship.
Oh, wait.
Respect comes with honest titles. I bet even you have gone against instinct in exchange for a little copper. Or paid for such in countless ways.
I don't know. Not yet, anyway.
But if I give offense, if words are all that are left to a man, then why in the dear wood of all places he should have leave to speak them?
I didn't catch your name, or why you would want to speak to me.
I didn't give it. You probably find names as useless as I do. The names that litter this world like debris are hard enough to wrap around the tongue. And what do they matter? It's what's beneath the skin and the letters I care about. What burns within. It's more important to me you're a watcher than whatever culture or accent decorates your letters like awkward crowns. Take pride in your actions, not where you hail from. Or how your name rolls off whatever liar's tongue coats it now. If you need a title to hang on me to match your own, Watcher, then call me Durance. And as you observe souls, I test them.
How do you know I was a watcher? Durance shakes his head and his hand curls tightly on his staff. I can see the questions bubbling up. Let's burn them away, one by one.
I am a missionary. I walk this diseased nation with its heathen, its people so careless with the spirits of others and their own, watchers among them. Yes, I know you for what you are, and your name doesn't interest me. Names are for honest folk, and you are a crack that shines light from another place.
Another place.
We're meant to travel together, you and I. Saw you in the flames. Not your face, but that soul of yours. All tightened up, like a huntsman's knot.
You saw my soul in the flames.
There's things we can teach each other, if you're in need of answers to your mantle of questions. I don't force my words on anyone other than you. I don't care who walks with you or what their mewling problems and politics are. There's enough howling in the world without me stoking that fire. I won't take from your provisions, don't need much on the road. I can carry my weight, which is considerable.
No doubt. Alright.
Many will stand against you. They probably already have, from what I can see. Left their marks, it seems. Like a trail, worming its way behind you.
What kind of marks?
Disease? Spirit wind? Both could have touched you, yet here you stand.
Here I stand.
As for disease, not all of us were close to water when the pox hit. But it's no longer a passenger in my flesh. It left its marks as well. But like flames, the pox doesn't strike twice, nor is it catching.
Okay then. Company would be welcome. If your stone mistress there allows it, then come on.
Her? Don't fear her jealousy. Let us see what the road holds, Watcher.
The holes watcher. Got Durance. The priestess priest. Spend time travelling with Durance. Well, that's going to be simple enough because, well, he's always going to be on the road with us. Different to what I've actually seen. These skulls. A lot of stuff. Right. It'll take a while to get used to this gadget. Alright, so can't I move?
Guys, what's on your mind?
But he'll have probably more to chat about. Well, I felt your eyes on me. Now come the words. I had questions I wanted to ask.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
You were. Why were you supposed to meet? Why were we supposed to meet? That's the way of it is you're a watcher. He snorts. A watcher runs two roads of why. For me, it's more a matter of what. There was a time when I wouldn't have spared a thought for your words, or even bothered with you. But now, seeking out watchers is what I do. They put the truth to them, to see which of the two ways they bend. He smiled. He smiled slightly, taunting. Truth. What kind of truth? Either you're a dry field in need of harvest burning, he frowns for a moment, his eyes flat, or you're lost in the darkness. Either way, you can see it differently from others. He gives a half smile. Then his tone becomes accusing. Oh, I can tell by the way you notice the staff first off. Not many can see it at first, nor the etchings or the flames, but your eyes. He stares at you almost eagerly, nodding. Your eyes trace the path that I could see. So which are you, a dry field or a lost darkness? The day we don't trade that question back and forth is the days our path no longer need to be joined. And the trial. Durance's hand clenches his staff. The trial is done. So you don't know either. You know this nation is diseased. Don't need to be a watcher to see it in the children, the politics, the men that stalk the roads with knives in hands and murder in their eyes. This land needs life again, needs seeds planted in the burned soil. His voice drops, mocking, and his eyes narrow, and something tells me you can't see the path to making the future happen, Watcher. Your kind always does. So then, we need to make sure you see truly now. This nation, its people, don't need any more lies blinding them, nor do I. You test the truth. You don't blindly accept it. How do you plan to test me? Sharing the road, of course, one truth to match another, matching each other's pace. Keep them rhythm. Others priests can keep their teachings and rantings. For my faith, my teaching, sharing the road is a simple, hard truth. His smile widens and his hands tap against his waist, once, then twice. And when you knock one truth against the leg of another, why, both legs stand firm. But now, if you strike a lie at the knee with the same force, his smile dies and his eyes narrow. Why, you make a cripple with but one leg to stand on. Uh, is that why you carry the staff? It's that why. Durance is about to launch another volley of words, blinks, then he rolls his head back and laughs deeply. The laughter coming until it seems the air will run out of his lungs, until it seems forced. Perhaps your words are worth listening to, Watcher. He frowns, any trace of humour gone, but the truth will win out. Keep pace, and we'll see. Ask you another.
The cost of troubling me seems to worry you little.
I wanted to ask about the region and its history. Can you tell me about the Hollowborn?
That's a curse that runs deeper. It's a god hammer of a different sort. And like the god hammer, it was made by men's hands.
Men's hands. All things have a price. Left unchecked, faithlessness, virtues, it leaves marks on souls, until souls don't have the strength to enter bodies that are poor. Animancers, ciphers, all who play games with the fabric of souls are to blame for the barren fields they leave behind. Durance glares at you. Even watchers can do the same. Some simple watch others try to weave souls, guide them as surely as Waidwin across even Doer. He turns away. That is why I correct the Hollowborn when I find him, and the ones whose hands have led to the seed being spilled on the ground. Correct the Hollowborn.
There are fewer souls. There are more vessels. It is simply equaling of the process.
Wonder, so it doesn't bother you to end them. I wanted to ask about the region and its history. Kinda is. Well, you are doing them a favour, but it is still murder.
I feel more remorse in putting down a slathering hound. A wict? Less than a mongrel in its misery. Murder is a kindness, not a crime. Always has been. I would sooner put the blade to those who are to blame instead. If any spirit should be punished, it's theirs.
Who's to blame? The fields of Deerwood are filled with weakness, ripe for those that play with soul mines. His face wrinkles in a frown. Animasters and their kind, watchers too, they bear more of a burden than their victims and more of the punishment. Every year has seen a new crime. The Saints' War, Hollowborn, and his salvation. There's no proof watchers are to blame for this event. There are few who can shape a soul in such a fashion. Durance stares at you, and any watcher, any true watcher born in Deerwood, would be able to see the crime even if they did not cause it. Silence itself is damning. Why don't you end me then?
Murder you? I would not grant you any of them. The mercy I grant the Hollowborn. You would not be deserving of it.
So you equate murder with mercy?
Murder is an old word. Mercy is letting a soul fly free to the next body. True punishment? Ruining someone to their soul. Crack their spirit like you would crack their skulls with a staff. Beat them. Hurt them in mind and body. So their souls become shards. But you leave it inside the vessel like a bag of glass to either choke on it or pass it through their bloody stool. Then, leave it in the body to think on it, like planting a new field with the right seed.
Like you've committed it to memory.
Many marks may I make upon your flesh, but flame leaves marks that cannot heal. Magran doctrine dictates true punishment is one that remains in memory, in the soul, in the flesh.
In the
Even
flesh.
should the victims die, slowly or swift, sometimes by their own hand afterwards, the lesson lingers, burned in their flesh.
That seems harsh. That seems harsh.
Have you seen a man branded by flame? He remembers it always, in every waking movement. It is a lesson writ in the only ink and vellum that matters, blood and flesh. One can burn the soul as well. It is an art, and I do not take pleasure in it. But there is more at stake here than forgiveness. Many of Aethys's faith were punished in the purges following the Saints' War. And the ones that harmed children, they suffered worse.
What do you mean?
We did what must be done. Wherever they were rooted out, their souls reclaimed. And if they couldn't be reclaimed, we ensured they would never inhabit another body.
Starting to not like this guy, I'll be honest with you. The Ashford region. Do you think there's any tie between the Hullborn and the Godhammer?
Aethys was the god of rebirth, and his light does not fall on the deer wood. I've heard some claim it's his doing, his death. It's closed the halls to new souls. I doubt it. The Hollowborn have their roots in the acts of men, women. I feel it.
Troll me, and I may extend the Tife Bowl for each question. Enough questions for now. Let the road keep us until the next campfire. Right.